Welcome to today's edition of Beyond the Ordinary Show. Everybody listening live on the replay on YouTube. Today we have ah the amazing Susann
Oh.
Taylor Shier on the call. And we're going to be speaking about soul guidance, heart inspiration for these epic times. And Susan's going to be diving in and activating the seeds for this 1111 gateway that we've immersed, that's opened up new portals of awareness and embodiment that we're able to tap into now, and what that means for your soul blueprint for 2026, how to shed and step into the new field of love and action. We talk about your superpower, and it might not be what you think it is, or maybe what you think it is, but so much more also. We'll get into amazing amount of Q&A also because I'm feeling how much you all are contributing with your questions and your inquiry about yourself. And that's how that's serving our group and our community here on Beyond the
Mm.
Ordinary. So we definitely want to open up to Q&A for you to ask your personal questions. The special offer is absolutely amazing. And before we bring Susann on fully and just have her like dive in with us, I wanted to share my prayer for all of us
Mm.
that we open to receive the love that is waiting for us and has been waiting for us, that we remember that we're not opening to anything new, that we're opening our hearts to what always has been there, that we're ready to have intimacy and relationship and create with, and to remember that you hold the key. You hold the key, and we're each reminders and guides taking you back to that door that you have the authority and the power to unlock right here, right now. And it's okay to be inundated with feelings and overwhelm of love, knowing that the current of love is going to lift you into a greater potential than you can ever would have imagined. It's like we're in that time now, and you're empowered to do so. And that's why we bring guests like Susann on to hold that high field of frequency above the clouds so that you can see that with clarity with your own eyes, heart, and being. So my prayer for all of us and for you on this call. And with that, Susann, welcome. Welcome. Thank you already for
Thank
your
you
contribution
so
today.
much. I wanted to do a prayer too. How fun is that we're both thinking about that?
Please, whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Okay, so it was something I wrote this morning, but here we go. So, hello,
Mm.
everybody. I'm so happy to be here with all of you in holiness of the opportunity that we have to fill this sacred container. So, we can all say this together as you receive the words that I'm sharing. I call upon the blessings of the stars, the remembrance of my divine heritage, and the gift of spiritual fulfillment. I call upon the assurance of my soul's triumph. I honor all my soul is here to create and bless and be with in radiant joy. May this time plant seeds for all of this fruition for you.
Oh, so strong.
Yay.
Wow.
Yay.
Planting seeds, Susann. Talk about planting seeds for this 1111 gateway. What is
Yeah, it's still
happening?
with us. Is it
Yeah,
not
it is.
charged or what?
It's going to continue for at least through the solstice, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah, I know. This time for sure it feels like it's just anyway, so why I see this as a time to plant the seeds, it's very different from last year.
Mm.
Last year we had to sort of get into 2025 and go, okay, we can pull this off. It just the energy was thicker. This year, it's like, okay, you guys ready? We're going to start you now so that when the new year starts with the solstice, etc., and there's all sorts of points along the way, you're ready to go. So when I talk about planting seeds, It's not just writing your goals. This is what I want to manifest. We're going to talk about manifestation today, but it's not about that. I want you to get a little higher level of how to plant seeds. Okay. Am I looking at the camera or am I
You
looking?
are. You're looking
Okay,
at the
great.
camera,
Okay, great. If I look at John, there's the camera. Okay, great.
yeah.
Um, so for instance, if you want to write a book, that's what people want to do sometimes. It can take years to get that going, right? Planting the seeds now, I know we've got holidays and all those great things, but planting the seeds now, for instance, relates to practicing,
Mm,
whether it's speaking, giving voice, being vulnerable, just writing, just giving expression to yourself, to start to unlock that feeling of writing a book is hard or whatever it is to you. So that by the time you get to the beginning of 2026, you've got the flow going and the book can happen. Other things, that it's just anything you want to manifest. I don't know if anyone wants to write in the chat. I can't see the chat and I'm not going to look at it. What kinds of things they want to manifest. Think about it, not just feel what it feels like. That's great. And we're going to talk about soul level dimensions of that, but
mm,
start to plant the seeds of what that means for you. What's the value of it for you? What does that bring you? What does that give you? What, not just what that gives you, but who do you become? It's like, okay, I want to write a book, or I want to write a recipe book, or I want to spend more time with my grandkids. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Nothing is more or less valuable. Okay,
mm,
that has value to you. How are you going to plant the seeds that create, and not just till the soil and all of that? And I lost my train of thought, and it'll come back in a second. But how to bring that sense of value for your grandkids, your cookbook, your new job, whatever it is, bring that deeply within you that you relish it, you're devoted to it. It's a sacred undertaking. Make it a deep thing that you plant into the seeds of every day. It's like, today I'm going to take 5 minutes just to be with that and give it value and allow it to grow. Not just, again, waiting for it to manifest or setting out your intentions. We're going to much higher levels now. Does that make
mm.
sense, John?
It does. It's you're emanating the creation.
Yes.
It's like you're in the process of creation rather than putting out a signal and waiting that hopefully it's going to be heard. And then praying, saying you
Yeah.
have faith,
Yeah.
waiting longer, wondering when Santa Claus is going to show up.
Yeah.
Um,
Succumbing to divine timing, it must be in divine. No, we're creators. It comes in when we create it because it's already not set in stone. I don't believe our life is already set in stone. But when we start creating within our hearts, our deep hearts, it sends a signal to the universe and it goes, okay, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you this space. Are you going to take advantage of those 5 minutes? Or are you going to do something else with it? This is your time. So start to
mhm,
plant those seeds now. I know many people talk about it's the end of the year and it's the completion of things. No, not anymore.
mhm.
Certainly things will be completed as you start creating new. The old falls away. And that's one of my big themes. We don't have to spend the next 6 weeks, whatever it is, clearing stuff to make room for Santa, like John said.
I agree. I agree. But what this is bringing up for me, Susan, and then this is
Mhm.
part of my own personal deep dive, and I want to share here if it inspires any of y'all, uh, because my why has become ever so more clear for me.
Mm,
And my charts are set up this way. My intimacy, my personal relationships, and why I choose to relate in the way that I relate. It's the way that I've come to understand that I'm wired. And some of y'all may really resonate with this. But my why in those expressions and the planting the seeds and tilling the soil, if you will, goes into, is this taking me closer into my relationship with the divine? And that can be reaching out to my grandson and playing with him. That can be being kind to someone. That can be showing up in a way that I otherwise wouldn't have chosen up, but because my heart is directed in a way that I realize that it's amplifying that connection that I yearn for with the divine. As I choose romantic partnership, I realize that me being in service to that partnership is actually me being in service to that yearning, that search, um, that connection
Yeah.
into that realm. So my why is becoming more clear. It's not as superficial or transactional as it used to be in different
Mm-hmm.
ways.
Yep.
And I've found something that I can anchor in more deeply into, that the superficial things are beautiful mirrors for, but that the why underneath it really has solid roots.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, ball back in my court. This is so fun. We do this. We do pickleball, tennis, whatever John and I do together.
Ping pong, pickleball, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, my part is to bring, heaven on earth, the soul and the luminous bridge for the soul coming into the body. And what this is a time for is for us to get in touch with more of the qualities of spirit, the qualities of our soul that's the why. So when we come into something, it's like, how will this make me more whole? How will this make, and not just whole as a human, but more of my soul nature coming in, more of my connection to the divine, like John said, how will that increase? Divinity in action through me. And those are the things that will start to quickly manifest in miraculous ways because it's all about greater connection to the divine. And
Mm.
for me, it's qualities, I describe it as qualities of spirit that are part of the divine coming in you. So you're not just a box of 8 crayons, you're that big box of Crayolas, right? More of us coming through, and that's why we want to manifest this or create that. The why is so that more of all that we're connected to of divinity can come through. Yeah.
I didn't get into your bio, and just for reference, I think it's so important so that the listeners have even more context as to the qualities
Who the
and
heck?
a
Yeah.
mastery that you bring in. I'd love it if you can just give us an overview of how it is that you help people connect to their soul essence
Love
and
to.
where they're from to really
Hmm.
give them a a deeper look into what they're empowered to
Great.
create an experience.
Yes, yes, because that is the key. So for over 32 years, I've done something I call soul mastery. What what I do is I connect with your guides and my guides and billions of guides. I don't have one group that I channel because it keeps expanding, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I could talk for 3 hours today because it just activates so much with this community. What I do is I help you get in touch with your soul gifts and strengths and purposes. And that comes from the worlds that you've lived in. And you may not know some of these worlds because they're not all Sirius and the Pleiades and Andromeda. The worlds that you've come from, and I use the Akashic records to look into that, to know what your gifts are, what you have to bring, and what your soul challenges are. So your challenges, whether they're physical challenges, mental challenges, emotional challenges, I just can't handle being on planet Earth anymore, any of that, it's real deep stuff I work with, whatever you want to call it. And I can give you all sorts of examples. We get to the root of that. And the key is not just getting to the root and going, oh, now I understand. I had a past life with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or whatever it is. It's because you disassociated with, that's a fun way to put it, with you disconnected with spirit in that moment, and the disconnect created this challenge way back then, and it's found its way through your lives, and it's showing up now in a big way because our soul challenges are up. So we don't have to spend hours trying to clear our ancestors, forgive our parents, all of that. We get to the root and we go, well, I want to connect in that area where I haven't been connected. And that's the bottom line. It makes it much easier. And then the rest just flushes away.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's powerful work. Again, amazing experience in the sessions with you and the work throughout the years. So I wanted Susan to share that with you also. Y'all can open into
Yeah.
a potential that's being activated on this call today also. Um,
Exactly.
What are you seeing anything evolve collectively as soul units? In other words, are particular soul groups evolving also? And you can tell by the people that you're working with that the evolution of those particular
Yep.
star systems are
How
expanding
did you
also.
know? How did you know? Yes, the soul groups are evolving, and what each soul groups are able to tap into is
Mm,
evolving. So I spoke about the governing body. This is so cool. And then
yeah.
I'm going to talk about the mission realm. Way cool. Okay. The governing body we're starting to tap into. There is a governing body for each individual and for planet Earth. You know how we want the systems of the governing systems of the world to change? And, it's like get rid of this and get rid of that. And that's a whole 6-hour talk I could talk about, but I will a little bit more. Um, what we're doing is connecting now to the governing body of our souls and our soul families that can start to bring in the governing frequencies for the new earth.
Mm,
And that's what I love helping people to get in touch with as well. So you can feel that you have a part to play of governing in the new earth and bringing it in. It's not just you bringing in the new earth, there's a whole government that's moving in, and the mission realm as well. We're reconnecting to the original mission for being a soul out in the galaxies. Many of you actually exist in parallel universes. Okay.
mm.
So it's bigger than that, even this mission realm of creation that created the human dimension and a whole lot more of creation to begin with. So when we start moving into that, it's like, holy mackerel, we're getting on our mission. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm
That's
definitely seeing the nature of it expanding and the nature of its capacity coming in.
in light of that expansion again, I went into prayer about opening to receive more love and that it's been there. It's been there and stepping into it. And I appreciate and thank you because you not only talk about stepping into the new field of love, but you take it into love in action and
Yeah.
talk about the importance of that
Oh,
right now.
okay, okay. If you must. Um, so we have stepped up. We've done enough self-love, and there's always going to be more of that. But for me, it's divine love. Divine love. And many of you on this call, or you wouldn't be in this community with John, have an anchor in divine love before you came here. You know the divinity. It's much bigger than self-love. Okay. So we're getting in touch with that very fully. But now it's time to create from love and make it an action versus just it's a place of being. And I just have to be in the place of being and be love, and it will all work out. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that because being comes first. But how are we going to bring it into action now and transform? So let me give you a few ways I want to describe that if I can take off for a minute, if that's okay. Okay. So one of the ways I see us as divine love in in those of us who are high level souls, and that's all of us here, we're the blue of the flame. Think of the blue of the flame, and out of that blue of the flame of bringing in love as light into life, it starts to ignite the flame of love in action, where we have to bring radiant love and joy and abundance. Even if we just know it in a little bit, it's like it just overflows. It's not giving it, it overflows and creates a flame that ignites creation, new levels of creation that we're looking for personally and collectively. And then it burns away what doesn't fit with that flame. And that's why we're seeing a lot of burning down right now that doesn't fit in that flame that we're creating. But we have to be in action. So let me tell you why. So for me, part of the heaven on earth is I don't get involved in politics, but I am very much into human rights. That
Mm,
is part of the governing body of light, that we have the right, and this is the year we're going into that sovereignty in unity. Yes, we're moving into oneness, absolutely, but we have to have sovereignty in unity. And each of us is doing that. That means we stand up for what we value, and then we create a humanity that values that. And I see pieces come to me about what's going on in the world. I have to give you two beautiful examples. So, US aid was cut off by a few people to all the African worlds. So, it just so happens that there are a lot of private donors. You don't hear about this. Millions, $125 million already have been gained to bring that in. That is what you call love in action. That is what you call bringing back democracy. Democracy is just sovereignty in unity, right? And then there are all these people during when the SNAP, which is in the United States, a way of giving financial benefit or help to people who need that, all sorts of reasons they need that. Can't get it any other way. Government help. Okay. So that was taken away. So there have been all sorts of people on social media and all sorts of platforms personally helping out. That is the action of love. And we are part of a humanity of doing the action of love. So prayer, John and I are into prayer and devotion to divine connection. Bringing it into the world creates an even bigger circle of the flame of love coming in. Okay.
mm. I love the examples that you shared also because it also demonstrate where love exists in places that we don't look because we become so accustomed to the one source that's been feeding us.
Exactly.
And it, again, the ripples and the capacity and the abundance that is there, how beautiful that it gets to be illuminated. Now, do we have to do it through chaos and through aggression and through bullying? No. But again, what a beautiful illumination
Yeah,
of what exists underneath what we believe is possible and how much assistance and unification and compassion and dignity
absolutely.
that lives in our world.
Absolutely. There is so much, and we just get lost in the
Mm,
other. There is an old human belief, a soul level belief that you have to have chaos before creation. So a lot of people are saying, well, it had to get to this point. And I'm like, no, it didn't.
mm.
It didn't at all. We had two options. We chose the harder road. We do that a lot. We do that a lot.
We wanted to test the vehicle on the terrain, I guess, right?
Exactly.
It's like,
So many
okay.
good analogies for it. So many good analogies.
So,
Ah,
it's funny because my prayers seem to align with a lot of the things that we're going to talk about today. But, I talked about the doors, the floodgates of love opening.
yes,
And
yes.
you actually, and one of your topics is actually about our superpower and how much our heart can actually hold.
Oh, okay. Yes, 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 yes. I love that because it's true. All right.
Mm,
The more your heart can hold, the more you have the superpower that it's what I call your genuine strength. And
mm,
that heart holding, again, is not just self love, it's a connection to divinity that just um, cuts open the heart walls and all of that. When it floods in, because you value it, the heart walls open. Let me give you a couple of examples of people I've worked with recently. One woman is working with melanoma, bone melanoma, and we did we had a session, and it was all about her heart. You'd think, oh, it's about the bones, but you go into the bones, and they're like, we're feeling really weak here because we talk to the body. We're feeling really weak here. We need more heart strength. So, where does heart strength come from? It's a divine quality. It's like I was talking about the box of crayons getting bigger. More qualities of divine strength coming in, and you start to bring that into your heart. It can hold more life, light energy to feed your body where it's needed, to feed your emotional realm where it's needed. So, yeah, I'll stop there, let you speak.
No, again, there's a lot that's coming through, and I feel like our bodies and our nervous systems are being rewired for us to feel safe breathing into the
Yes.
activation of more love also. These portals, again, it's the importance of the awareness, the intention of what we're seeding into the field.
Yes, exactly. Well, when we get to the special offer, I'll talk about the four pillars for
Uh,
high level manifestation. And that does very much relate to that sense of what, how we expand the heart to be able to hold more. Yeah.
you know what? I think let's go to the special offer because I want to talk about the four pillars. And it's going to give context and I think a great foundation for the live Q&A that's going to come in as well.
Yes, because
Um,
then you can ask questions about those pillars. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, the link for the special offers in the chat box. Dive in with us, click on it, and follow along because I feel just how strong and powerful this is and important. You
It
can
is.
access,
It is. I don't usually say that, but it's like, holy mackerel, it was off the
yeah.
charts. You go ahead,
Now, the
John.
foundation on this is amazing. The link for the special offer, there's also the box underneath the video where you're watching the call live or the replay underneath the video. Click on the special offer button, and you'll get there. And then after we go through this, we'll get into live Q&A, maybe some more transmission.
Yep,
There's
yep,
something else that wants to come in. I'm not naming it yet, but we'll get
yep.
there. But y'all, when you click on a special offer, you'll notice that there's also the opportunity to work with Susan one-on-one
Yeah,
to get a personal reading. So all this is part of the package that's being offered on the call today. Um, Susan,
absolutely.
please take it away.
Okay, great. So the top part does talk about the we can either go into the personal reading because it's the top and people like to scroll down, or
Let's
we
do
can
that.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go down. We'll stay in order here just for fun. Okay. As I described before, I will help you. This reading. I do a lot of Akashic Record readings. If you want that, great. But this is another form of reading I do for people who have done things with me before. It's a psychic soul wisdom for your movement forward. How to help you move into
Mhm.
2026 with your soul completely filling your heart and your whole box of crayons full. The big box of crayons moving. So you're illuminating your soul path and you're clearing the challenges. And I find, like I was saying, just working with a person in one session, you can do so much.
Mhm.
You know, it's just so much can happen because we get to the root. So you're really, we're talking here about the challenges you've had for a long time, and you're like, I'm done now. It's either do or die, right? I've got to move forward because I'm feeling collapsed or crushed or whatever it is, or just like, I'm just done. Like somebody I spoke to today just said, I don't know, am I supposed to go right now? Because her situation is not easy. I said, no, you're just going to the next level. Let's take you there, right? That's what we're doing.
Nice.
Taking you there so it's easy. And you don't have to go, oh my God, how do I get to that next level or next timeline? Blah, blah, blah. It's like we just go there, right? And
Mm,
open that field up. That's love in action. So
mm,
that's what we're going to do. And take care of all your soul and heart longings. I love doing that. And I do call it a spiritual homecoming. I would say two-thirds at least of the people who I do readings with go, oh my God, I feel like I've just come home to love, come
nice.
home to myself, and
Mhm.
like I never thought was possible. I want
Yeah.
that for you. That's why I'm still doing it all these years later. I'll be doing it probably the rest of my life, but
So this is a
okay.
40. So item one is a 45-minute
Yes.
one-on-one psychic
Yep.
reading. Are those recorded, Susan?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So you can listen
Wonderful.
to them over and over and over again. And I brought the price down because that's what we need to do right now. We're
Thank you
just
for that.
generous. That's love in action, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of a squeeze before we get through to the other side, and that's
Mhm.
okay. Because it makes us, allows us to go deeper into what we truly value, right? When we're
Right.
squeezed in the outer, we're like, well, what do I really want from Santa this year? Divine love, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's the first item. Just that's item one. Now, item two, you get into the soul
Thank
reunion for
you.
spirit.
spirit-fueled manifestation. This is the
Mm.
4 pillars to spirit-fueled manifestation.
Mm.
So what do I mean by that? It's not just manifesting by putting intention, feeling what it feels like. As John was saying and embodies so beautifully, it's our divine connection primarily that brings us into manifestation of what it is we want. The greater our divine connection, it's the hourglass. The greater the connection,
Mm.
the greater we have opportunity to manifest bigger, more creative, more fun, more joy-filled experiences and become more of ourselves, right? Just remember that image. I want to be the big box of crayons. Okay.
Mm.
Images are always memorable. Okay. So the 4 pillars. First one, divine safety. How many people I talk to don't feel safe in the world? And that's on
Mm.
the increase, right? You could say, well, of course it's on the increase. Well, it doesn't have to be. I want you to connect. And these recordings, we just did it in October, hot off the
Wow.
press. Divine safety. When you know that in your heart, that's when you can feel your heart can finally relax to receive what is yours to bring forward. And then purpose and mission and fulfillment and blueprint, all those things can start to make sense. Okay. So
Mm.
we're scrolling down a bit. This first, it talks about the overview, but I want to go into the 4 pillars because that's what, where are you, 4 pillars? Oh my,
So the first session, you scroll down, you get to session 1, divine safety, 2
I
recordings. Yeah.
know. I know. There's a lot of writing before that.
Mhm. It's a beautiful transmission in the writing and what gets
It
received in
is, and
that.
I
So,
did not use ChatGPT. I just want you to know ChatGPT has not come to my writing yet because I want to use as much of my intuition as possible and then use ChatGPT from time to time. Okay,
nice.
scrolling down, here we are, session 1, divine safety. We had 2 recordings about that. Okay, if you don't feel safe to create in the world, you are not going to do squat. All right,
Hmm.
so we're
Yeah.
going to take care of that so you have divine safety. And I help you embody all of it. It's in your body. It's in your body. Okay.
Mm.
Session 2, 2 recordings, the anchored heart. This is that feeling of sovereign, well, I don't want to use that word, we've overused it. Spiritual strength in the heart.
Mm.
Can you feel that in my voice, the spiritual strength in my heart?
Oh, yeah.
It's still soft as all get out. But you know what? I don't need boundaries. I've got this spiritual strength in me that it does not allow anything that is not lined up with what I am devoted to come in. Okay? So don't even think about it. Thank you. Okay?
It's wonderful. Yeah, that's
Just to
really
give you a feel
strong.
for that. The complete knowing that you are guided by love. I want you to have that because
Mhm.
I know it to a large degree. I've worked like hell to get there, but there's something so beautiful about feeling you're always taken care of. You will always have what you need. You are guided by love. Dang,
Mm.
it's good. Okay. Session 3, your divine worth. Guess how many people I work with who say, yeah, but I'm not worthy of being that big box of crayons, that divine love, having everything I want. How? Nah. Okay, fine. And then you could go looking to see where you got it from your parents. Forget it. Let's go get divine worth. Divine worth. Part of your blueprint to know divine worth. When you have it, you're like, okay, bring it on. I'm going to do what is mine to do and know that all divinity is with me. And I can start to look at planting the seeds for 2026 from another level altogether. That I'm worthy of receiving, receiving, and receiving. Then session 4. I mean, is this not awesome?
Mm.
The confidence to fuel your creations. Okay. Then when you feel worthy, safe, anchored in your heart in divine love, you have this confidence and you start to build that confidence. That gets into your abdomen and your lower half of your body that says, absolutely, what I wish to create is in motion
Mm.
already, and I'm just going to flip it into reality. Okay.
Mm.
Great. So those are higher level. Now, the key to what's the higher level? Sorry, I didn't describe that, did you? Did I? Mm-mm. We don't usually talk about manifestation in relationship to divinity and working with divinity and guidance and love. We go, okay, I'm going to manifest this and then I'm going to go meditate. What if you had a zillion and a half beings working with you and you consciously could feel that and know that with you in what it is you want to create? Creation comes first and then manifestation. What if you had that? Way easier to manifest than if you're just going, okay, today I'm going to put my attention on abundance.
Mm.
It's a little flat, right?
Yeah, for
A little
sure.
flat compared to what we can do now. Okay, great.
That's well, and we've done that for so long in different ways that our subconscious is saying it's not going to happen.
We have parts of us that are still going, we can't
Yeah.
go there. It's too scary. It's too
Hmm.
scary. So, yeah, I could. Do you want me to talk? If somebody wants to talk about empathy, if they have being too overly empathic, it's one of my favorite topics. I can either talk about it now or we can use it as a question for someone, or maybe this will help
Well,
everybody.
well, I think we should do both. And before we get into that,
Yep.
y'all, the again, the special offer includes 45 minutes one-on-one with Susan. And it includes these four pillars also, which is for me, it's also alchemy of manifestation and creation. But you also
Yes.
have to understand that it rewires your nervous system in the way that you show up also. Because how can you believe that you can create something if you don't even think that you can feel safe? You can't. You have to get through the safety component of it. The body has to rewire in how it perceives and opens. If we don't anchor our heart, that's this innate knowing of we deserve from the heart because we be, just
Hmm.
because we be. So to have the clarity of the heart and knowing what it deserves in relationship to the divinity of itself, it resets another layer of the nervous system. It's like, okay, maybe I am capable of receiving. Maybe I do deserve. Maybe I am in alignment. Not maybe. You actually have the clarity that you are.
You feel it. You feel it all the way
You
down to your
become
toes.
you
I
become
am
it.
clear. Yeah. Hmm.
Right. And
Hmm.
then to get into the divine worth, this is like, yes, I'm worthy of this. Because a lot of people, maybe I'm worthy of experiencing it for a second or two, or for a week, or for a month, but there's the glimpsing in the field that it blips in and out, and then we're chasing it again. And to get into that divine worth, again, it's a nervous system, a belief system reset
Yeah.
and an energetic reset of
Hmm.
you holding that worthiness, that
Hmm.
divine worthiness, the gift of your royalty that you be,
Yes.
walking forward and just knowing. And that's where the confidence comes in. When you know that you're that, how can anything less than
Right.
be
Right.
appropriate for you? It wouldn't be. And
No.
when we hold that, we hold not only ourselves, but all others in that dignity and understanding of their divinity. So this is powerful, Susan.
It really, really is. I mean, again, I've been doing it for a long time. There should be some building going on, but
Mm,
our soul is connected to everything everywhere. So when we go through the soul, some people call it higher self source. It don't matter. You're connected to every quality of spirit you could ever want to give you. Worthiness. All of those are just qualities of spirit. Yep. So we want to
wow.
plant those seeds for 2026. My divine safety's in order. My divine worthiness is in order. My heart is filled and expanding continually and anchored. And I have divine confidence in all that's working out personally and
Mm,
in the collective. Those are seeds we want to plant for 2026. Yeah.
mm.
Hmm.
Amazing, y'all. Y'all, the special offer again, including the one-on-one session with Susan.
Yeah.
This is $177 for all of this. There's a two payment option on this as well. And what a beautiful, beautiful, abundant offer
Mm.
that there's an opportunity to go deeper into. So thank you, Susan, for putting that together. And
Absolutely.
let's dive a little bit into some Q&A. Y'all raise your hands if you
Yeah.
wanted to. I'll start promoting you guys on the call to panelists. And as I'm promoting people here, Susan, talk to us a little bit about more about the empathic part of this.
Okay. So, What I'm speaking of are those who feel overly sensitive and overly empathic. There is nothing wrong with empathy. That really is. We've used that word. It really is perception. We were divinely given intuition, perception, sensitivity. We weren't supposed to have emotions. We were designed to have senses, the six senses to touch, smell, feel, all of that. So
Mm.
that's our true blueprint for that. And so imagine you have that and you come into this world and it's just too much for you. It's like, all these autistic children, I could go into all of that. They're just high level souls. So you're too sensitive. So then you feel like you can't be in the world because you're too sensitive. But sometimes it's a soul challenge. It's not really, oh, I'm just a sensitive soul and there's nothing I can do about it. We were not designed to be handicapped that way. That is just not part of the design. Okay. But what happens is you start going, oh dear, and this is lifetimes of it. And you start being on fight or flight all the time as a protective mechanism. So what does that look like when you go out into public? You're like, danger, 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 and you're just, oop, that doesn't feel right. And all your attention is on what doesn't feel good. How do you have a chance to feel good about being in your body, your life, and everything when you're putting all your attention on trying to keep yourself from being hurt? So that's part of why I do private sessions to help people be able to go, oh, I know what it feels like to be spiritually strong in myself, and I don't have to go out there and feel like I'm picking up their energies. Because usually the energies you pick up are the negative ones. You don't pick up all the joy that's going on in the world,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? And it's just the fight or flight going, danger, danger, danger. And that is not a divine characteristic.
Mm.
To bring you back into your true sensitivity to spirit. Yeah.
Beautiful. And I
Okay.
love that you brought that awareness. Okay, you may be empathic and feel everything, but what are you choosing to feel? Because there's a lot of good things to feel into.
Yeah, yeah. I may feel that my daughter's about to call me, right?
Yeah.
Great. Does that dictate my life? No, I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. That's a sensation. And you do your life. You're not like, what's going on over here? Is that me? Is that her? Is that me? Is that her? Whatever.
Hmm.
It's like, no, you don't have to go there. You're just like, oh, look at that. My intuition's working. And she
Yeah.
called. Yeah.
And I love the reframing of the conversation on empathy as well, because we become empowered empaths with
Yes.
that shift of perspective rather than victimized empaths, because we believe we can only take that awareness in a particular direction. Um,
Yes. Yes, John and I, you could call, I don't like using the word empath because it gets distorted, are very intuitive. We're using our
mhm.
spiritual gifts, right? We're not victims to being psychic intuitive. I wasn't born this way, so I don't feel like anyway. But, we're not victims to it. It's like, oh, what a gift to bring forward. I want
Yeah.
everyone to have that gift
Yeah.
because, wow, I can't imagine living without it.
Right. Totally.
It's too
Totally.
much fun.
Let's have some fun with some
Okay.
Q&A right now.
Yes, let's do.
Um, Farah, I'm guided to call on you first. Welcome to the call.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you
Mm,
both so much, Suzanne and John. This is such a blessing to be in your energy and field and everything you were mentioning, especially at the very beginning, Suzanne, just connected and resonated so deeply because
mm,
that is exactly everything I've been picking up on, and especially everything pertaining to governance. And so one of my particular, and I'm so sorry, there's some disturbances here. Let me just close the door. As you can probably hear the volume right here. I really thought
No,
that
we don't do things.
have
We're
my little
tuned into your
call.
heart that is beautiful.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was a quite funny way of handling it right on the call. So I would like to ask Suzanne, my own counsel um, is a governing council, and I too am a channeler. And I have had some very profound experiences. I'm getting very deep insights and a calling to be able to bring forth the actual voice of the council. But when you're channeling through light language, there is also a lot of hesitation as to how that is going to be received. And especially because of the particular field Actually, if you don't mind, I'll just go ahead and channel to ask you and see
No, I get it. I
what
get it.
Well, let's
No,
see
I
what the
get it.
question is. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go direct into it. So we got it.
Yeah, we
you
So
got
do.
it.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
fantastic.
So how's it going to be received? That is, an old soul wound, how it's going to be received, because you've had lots of lifetimes where it wasn't. But I would also suggest to you learning how to channel without
Oh,
it being light
froze.
language.
It
Okay?
froze right then.
Can you still hear me though? Can you
Oh,
still hear me? Isn't that interesting? Okay.
her video froze. Let's see if she
Yeah.
comes back.
Okay. There you are. Hello.
that was so bizarre. What
I
is
know that
Well,
happening?
let's
your
see what
soul
Susan's
challenge
bringing through.
coming
That's
up.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just it's fine. It's just the old piece coming up going, nope, we're gonna freeze her at that level. You can't receive. You do have an old piece that says it's not possible for me to be received here at these high levels. So we could easily change that. But what are the things I want you to do in the meantime is not necessarily just channel through light language. I want you to get a language that is you, okay? Right? When it's you and it comes from your heart, not just these higher ranges, that there you are. You people
Oh,
freak out. Do you see what I mean? So you when you feel the light language coming in, really just take a moment to go, okay, what is trying to be said here? Even if it's 4 words instead of 5 minutes of light language.
oh,
So
the light language that I mean actually comes through speech. I don't
good.
necessarily do it through frequencies. It's actually all
Okay, good.
speech.
Good. I want you to do that. Yes.
Yeah, no,
You
it
do.
honestly is speech, but
Okay, good.
what happens is that when you are speaking through this particular frequency, it happens such that it is my higher mind taking in the information and it pulls from the different collectives. And
Exactly.
so
Sure. I get
when
that.
I am speaking through this particular collective,
Mhm.
what is happening is y there's always, of course, the
So
resistance.
Sarah,
Yes.
hold on for a sec. It's beautiful what you're doing. I just, for the sake of everyone
Mhm.
else in time,
Thank you,
Oh,
Susan.
sure, sure.
your question is, I'm afraid that it won't be received. That is an old soul wound from the
Got
first
it.
came on earth. They didn't receive you. And so you're like, well, how are they going to receive me? Right? So you have to anchor that channel as you, not just a higher dimension. This is you, a part of your box of crayons coming through. And so I feel good and worthy to be received for who I am. And this is just happens to be my attic.
Beautiful.
Okay? Versus I'm doing this thing that's out here and I don't know if people are going to understand it. No, if it's disconnected to you, it won't be understandable.
Mm.
You won't feel received. Does that help?
Yes, absolutely. And that was exactly the first video that came through. So thank you for the
You're
confirmation. Truly
welcome.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Greatly
Beautiful,
appreciate
Farah.
it. Thank you.
And, and thank you, Farah. And I think this is really important also because, again, I started out my prayer and receiving and the inundation of that.
Yes.
And any messages that are coming through now that maybe are coming through for other people, I first am really tuning in and being the conduit for that receiving because I am holding the frequency of that is to share it. It's coming through me. I realize that it's a gift for me
Yes.
first, and then of course I'm a steward for it and I have reverence for it. But if I get too caught up in making sure the message gets out there for other people and it doesn't flow through me first, and I get so exasperated in that, it collapses. It can't be received. There's distortion in there because I am in practice of becoming a clearer channel for that. And that's also how we maintain a field of the integrity of the information that's coming through so
Mm-hmm.
that we can balance it and we can slow down in it, not have to be so quick in it because everything that's for us will forever be for us. And nothing is meant to just come in and out and then we've lost it. And so to
Yeah.
allow our nervous system to receive the receptivity of that love and then to put it into action, like Susan was speaking earlier,
Yeah.
that's what's really guiding this intelligence forward that serves you and serves those who you're serving.
That was a mic drop moment for channeling. Thank you, John. That was really
Uh,
well put.
Thank
Really
you.
well
Well,
put.
yeah, we
Yeah.
got to tag team on this between you and I
Yeah, we've
and
done good.
Farah, so it's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Farah, blessings to you and what you're doing.
Yes. Love what
Um,
you're doing. Love it. Mm.
Charity, welcome to the call.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
We
Yes,
can, yeah.
loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you both so much for sharing. My question is, I don't know, kind of, here we go. I am this whole year, I asked for spiritual radiance this year, right? Like love is it's my jam. It's always been my jam. And I
Yeah.
always say, like the Yeshua like kind of path of just radiating healing and love and kindness and all those things just as you walk into a room, just people being blessed and not even knowing why they're being blessed, right? Just because you're radiating that love.
Yep.
Um, and they don't even know where it's coming from, and that's fine. That's beautiful. That's great. They just know that they are blessed for some reason. And so this is what I've been asking for, and I have been building it through doing the things like you were saying, like the little seeds. I've been seeding and seeding and seeding, and I feel like all of a sudden it's springtime in my life. It is like shooting. It's growing.
So what's your
It's
question?
beautiful. My question is,
Oh, little
all of
seed
a
that is
sudden,
growing. What is your question?
all of a sudden, it's these I'm doubting. Like when I'm
Yeah.
taking this stuff
Yeah.
in,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I'm very open-minded and open-hearted, but all of a sudden everything's a doubt. Oh, is that right? Is that really
What's up with
these doubts
that,
haven't
right?
yeah, these doubts haven't been here this whole time that it wasn't
Right.
happening.
Right.
Now I'm seeing the fruits of it, and I'm these
Yeah,
doubts like
yeah, yeah. Isn't that fascinating how that works? The deeper you go into it, the more, again, the soul level of the limitations start to come in, the soul patterns. Because what you're talking about is not about mom or dad or any of that. It's deeper revelations. So you go into doubt, but it's just jumping you into your mind instead of being in your anchored heart that knows what you're doing. I radiantly, I walk in a room and it's radiant and it feels so good for them, me, it doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden the mind goes, nah, 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 don't you go there. You can't go there. You can't be such big britches, right? So
Mm.
you want to just keep coming back and remembering how much your heart can hold of this radiance will make the difference as to whether the superpower of your radiance is genuine and true, and it stops the mind. Okay? And you can
okay.
easily say to the doubting mind, not now, dudes, come on, really? No, that doesn't fit anymore, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think even the soul integration and wisdom, like a session with Susan to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
go into your origin and the root,
yeah,
because remember the root lives inside the dirt and the darkness.
yes,
And when we want to see light all the time, we forget what's being sown underneath, and then we start doubting if the seed is sprouting because we can't
yes,
see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yes,
And so to be in that
Okay.
beautiful sacred pause, but know yourself in the process.
absolutely.
It's really quite empowering, Charity. Way to bring on the
Yeah.
Christed energy onto this earth plane. Good job, woman.
I
Thanks.
know, exactly. You go,
No,
girl. Yeah. But
I
yeah, no,
appreciate it. I'm like,
you want to nix that so you can just keep it soaring, like John
Mhm.
said. And it's this protective mind, but oh, I just lost my train of thought on that. So let's stop for now. But yeah, you've got these incredible gifts that want to grow, and this is stopping you because everything behind the darkness, the old fears and stuff like that, it's a part of you. It's not like I want to clear the fear or I got to just take care of my inner child. It's this part that goes, it's scary. And you have to give it what it needs from divinity. So it goes, oh, I'm not so scared anymore because I've got divine safety to come forward with, versus
hmm
it's scary out there. And you're like, yeah, I know it's scary out there, but I love you. That's not enough anymore. Divine safety says we can do this, right? In even
right.
bigger
Beautiful.
ways. Excellent.
Because I'm trying to tell myself it's discernment, but I hear what you're saying. It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, no,
stop
no, it's
that.
not discernment.
Stop
It's a
that.
difference
Yeah,
between the
it's
mind and
not.
your intuition. It's not, it's just doubt. Like,
Yeah.
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 Blessings to you,
That's why
Cherry.
it didn't feel right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You're
Thank
You're so
you.
welcome.
welcome.
Great question. Thank
Oh
you.
my God, so
Sharing.
good, Susan. It's just I freaking love having you on the
We're
call.
doing it.
All right, let's continue now to Tina. Tina, welcome to the call. And if you can
Okay.
find, there you go.
There she is.
Hi.
I found it. I found it. Go on, Zoe. Um, okay, now my cat was just flew up to me. Now I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. Um, okay, I've been doing this for a long time. And I'm at this place like you were just saying. I mean, a lot of things you've been saying tonight, it's connecting, dot, dot, dot. And John, you know, right on. It's like I need to hear everything that's being said. It's the movement, like the unworthiness that like I've already done all this stuff and everything is. But why do I like some days I don't even feel like I want to go on. Some days I don't even feel like I know, but I know I'm this big, bright fullness of love and so
Yeah.
much to give. But why
Mm-hmm.
do I have so much pain that just keeps shooting
Oh,
up? And like
yeah.
I know this is the beauty in me that I get through all this when this stuff happens. But holy crap, can we stop it now? And just find a way
Yes,
to
we
move
can.
on.
Yes, we can. That's why I still do private sessions. That's exactly why I still
And
do
I would
private.
love to do a private session. I'm not financially in that place to do that at that moment. So that's why I go, God darn, I would love to do this.
Well, you're here now,
So
so let's
yes,
dive in and these minutes
Sure.
that we have together here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
that's it.
help you
Thank you.
feel that you're worthy of doing that and that the finances will come to do what is really, really, really valuable to you. Because I hear how valuable this is for you to feel as though your light has a place in your body and in the world, right? But you have this old feel. It's not even just a feeling. It's a place in you that says, um, basically, there's no place for me here.
That's how I've been feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no place for me here. And again, we're moving you to the next level, which is like, I can't live like that anymore. I can't live like this anymore. I have to go to that next level because it does feel like it's, one of those titanic shift moments. So I would hate to see you not be able to lift yourself to the next level. And I don't know how you can do that. You may need to borrow some money. I don't want to try to be salesy, but just it's for you, okay? Just say, I need something and I'll pay you back. I'll do dishes for you for a month or whatever, because I need to do this for my own life coming forward. Because that's where you're at. You're at a rock and a hard place, and your life wants to just burst forward. That light in you is so brilliant. That's all you know. You're light. You have one of those lights that says, well, there is no such thing as darkness, but I don't want to
Right.
be here, right? There isn't. I don't
That's
even get this whole thing about darkness.
don't
We
exactly.
need you here because the more people who say there is no such thing as that darkness, that lack of light, the more light will be here. You are
Even
so
in the dark, but
needed.
even when I've been in the dark, there's still so much light. Like I
I
still saw the
know, I
beauty, and
know.
that's why it's like I don't
Yeah,
understand it because even when I'm in this place,
I
to
know.
me, I'm still so beautiful, and it's like it's so
I
hard when
know.
other people, like others.
Oh,
So anyway, I'm
so
gonna get
Hey
beautiful.
there.
Tina. Hey
It's
Tina.
beautiful.
It's we can just like slow down and feel your heart.
Yeah.
And we're with you here. And we're just again, there's a lot of energy on the call today. And I'm just guided to just slow it down just a little
Thank
bit.
you. Yes.
Just a little
Yeah.
bit so that we can feel just the abundance of
Mm.
receptivity and acknowledgement of one another. And just a slowing down and the pause. And
Thank you, John.
whenever it starts
Mm.
feeling overwhelming, y'all, there's a lot of energy running through. So the solar flares are off the chart crazy today. So it makes sense why things are kind of feels like they're speeding up. The speeding up is serving us, but also for us just to ground in. It's like when we start feeling ourselves kind of leaving our body, trying to make sense of everything, to just ground back in and know that we're loved and supported and look how beautiful you wound up on the call today, or again, all of the callers today is a lot of fast moving energy. we're winding up on these calls together because we're resonating with communities that are supporting the acceleration that we're all experiencing, and we each hold a different tone and note of it. But to bring it into a cohesive state where we can harmonize is it's beautiful and helps us to ground it and land it in. So, Tina, thank you for the
Yeah, John,
expression of that.
I want to say thank you, because if I didn't have like a place like this to come to even feel this energy and do all this,
Yeah,
I probably
yeah.
wouldn't be here today. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Thank you
Much
for
love to
being
you.
here, for blessing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Much
Tina,
love.
so much. You are an incredibly luminous light. Just
We
keep
feel that.
remembering, you've got John in
I
one
got
ear and
this.
me in the other telling you that all the time. And this
Yeah,
whole
thank you
community.
so much.
Yeah.
Blessings, love.
And actually, it's sort of funny, because now that you said it, Suzanne, I used to, when I first started this journey, my boyfriend got my book from you, and I used to sit on the bathroom toilet and read affirmations and read things from your
Nice.
book to keep me out of that
There you
dark place.
go.
So thank you both.
Great.
Much love.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Blessings, Tina.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's continue now. Anne, welcome to the call.
Surprise.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Great to be with you. Hi.
Hi. I wanted to ask, I've had a really hard couple of years. And I wanted to know if there's anything I can do to help get out of this. Like Tina, I am financially strapped also.
Okay. Okay. Is that part of what's making it hard? What just name the 3 things that are making it the hardest.
Lack of a job,
Okay.
work injury, and financial means.
Okay, so it's all wrapped into one. Getting another job is not happening, so you don't have the finances to, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry for what you're having to deal with. That is very, very hard and very, very real. Very real. Yeah. So your question is, how do you get out of this dungeon? This
Yeah,
feeling of being imprisoned?
yeah, if you have any words of wisdom, or I've been
Yeah.
meditating, but I just don't feel like I can like
Yeah, it's deeper than
concentrate.
it's deeper than just meditation. So imagine that you're in a dungeon, okay? Because that's what it feels like. You're just existing in a dungeon. And there's a little light here and a little light there, but there's no doorway out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you can't come up with what I don't know. I'm just stuck here for the last 2 years. Okay? So just imagine yourself, if you close your eyes just for a second, and others can do this because it's a really feels like it could be useful for a few people, because we all have little prisons that we've created. Okay? So just feel that for a moment, and there you are in this dungeon, and it's dark and it's awful and all of that. Okay? And what's the hardest part about being in a dungeon? What's the emotion? Grief or fear?
Fear.
Yeah, fear that you'll never get out, right? Okay. So we want to reach into your heart. Go deep into your heart, your sacred heart behind your physical heart. And you're going to open up a feeling of magic. When you go into your heart, you're a very magical being, aren't you? You have been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go into that sacred heart space and tap into that magic, the crayon of you that is magical. Maybe you see a little elf running around, whatever it is that embodies the magic for you. Yeah, making me smile a little bit to have that available, huh? Yeah. So we're going to let that magical part come forward and be in charge of you for a moment. Come into your forward heart. And then feel it come up with a creative solution for, I don't want to use the word solution, creative, magical way to get out of the prison. What does little magic Anne do to get out?
Paint a picture.
Paint a picture.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Paint a picture. Okay. Yep. When you paint a picture, I also want you to paint a picture of a window that
Okay.
symbolizes there's a way through, and then you paint a door. You start painting and creating. Or there's an arbor I'm going to go through. There's all sorts of magical things that start to open up your whole system to possibilities. And keep
Wow, I
doing
can
that.
feel that.
Yeah, I know you can. You're awesome. You are magical. So just keep doing that. Keep doing magical things. Keep the magic you alive to draw in the magic of creating a new job. You want a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's creation. You want to be creative in this world. So it's going to be a job that allows you to be more creative in the world. Okay?
Okay. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
You're
Thank
so
you very
welcome.
much.
Just keep magic all over. Okay.
And congratulations. Oh my
Yeah.
Thank
God.
you.
Susan, that was magical. My
Yeah.
goodness. So
Yeah, it was.
good.
Well, she's
Wow.
magical. We're just drawing it out.
It's, yeah, but your capacity
Mhm.
to tune in that way, it's just so
Great.
exquisite.
Great.
So wonderful to witness that. Again, blessings on your journey, and I see it all for you, truly. Um,
There you go. Did you hear that? I see it all for you. Feel the little magical one just clapping, going, he does. He sees
mm.
that for me. Yes, yes, I'm going for it.
Thank you so
Mhm.
much.
Yeah, of
Yes,
course, of course.
absolutely. All right, Bonnie, welcome to the call.
Hi.
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 Hi from Canada.
Oh,
Anyways, I've listened to John's recordings over the years, and this is the first time I've joined a chat. But
Wow, amazing.
yeah,
woo.
so yeah, I know it's nice to see you to talk to you in person.
Mm,
Anyways, I really resonate with everything you're saying, and I think I'm going to sign up for this because the
Oh, I
last couple
love
of years,
that.
yeah, the last couple of years have been pretty rough for me. But you know,
Mm.
I feel like things are moving in the right direction, and I feel very positive. I've gone through double mastectomy, had implants. The implants are uncomfortable, so I'm waiting to have them removed. So it's been hard, but you know, I have to be honest, and they just don't fit with me. They're not comfortable. So
Ooh, that's very symbolic of a lot of things. Do you have a specific question? But
well, I
that's
mean,
great.
I really resonate with what you're saying, and I feel like things are really changing for me.
They are. And certain things don't fit, and that's an example of something for sure. But yeah,
Well, I'm just not comfortable,
I know. I
and that's
know.
what I need to be comfortable. And I really,
Yeah,
you know, it's okay that I don't have them, and it's almost like I'm losing them again because, you know, when I had the first surgery to remove the breast, and I'm really lucky because I'm cancer free, but you know,
great.
uh, I felt okay. Well, I'm going to get these nice little perky little breasts. Well, they didn't turn out to be that way.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
not sorry I did it because I would have been upset with myself if I hadn't tried.
sure,
So
sure.
what's the question for Susan?
Well, my question is, I'm always seeing numbers 1111, and you know I'm wanting to know more about that, and I will sign up for your classes and go in more depth about what I'm going through because I
Okay.
feel a lot of fear and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I'm always curious about numbers, and
You are a very curious being, that's all. So you can read, you can look it up. There are a lot of, there's probably with AI now, you could look up what many people, if you sign up, I'll send you an email that was just sent to me that talks about 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, all those, but they all say different things about them.
yeah, I
So
know.
really, it's your curiosity saying, I want to feel more into sense numbers and symbols and metaphors. And there's a whole world out here that's not so concrete that I
Mm,
want to start to tap into more of. So that's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, and also I dream a lot, and
Yay.
sometimes
For
I
you, that's
have
good.
crazy dreams, but sometimes I have like visions, like, you know, and they're like, it's different than a dream. It's like, and sometimes in the next day, I feel like I've been somewhere. Like I feel, okay, where did I go? You know?
You went a lot of places. So for the sake of you and everyone else, when this is how I see it. When we go out of when we're in our sleep state, our soul takes us to our home worlds usually. And we're going there because that's where we get fed, because as a human, we don't get fully fed by our divine connection. So we got to sleep. That's why we, you know, in the original blueprint, we didn't have to sleep. We didn't have to eat. We didn't need any nourishment. It was all coming in all the time for about 5 nanoseconds. But anyway, so you're going to get more of that. And your dreaming is that you're moving into these other universal dimensions of you to get fed by them. So just let the dreams come in as they come in. But yeah.
Yes, right before my last surgery, I was really feeling kind of, I don't know, beside myself. And I was feeling very alone. And that night I had a dream. And my dad came into my dream, and I gave him and he was there sitting at a desk, and I don't know who he was with, but anyways, he gave me a hug that it just felt so real, and felt like he was there.
Yeah, he was. He is.
Yes.
He is. Yeah, when we stop speaking with you, just call it. He's here. So just give him a hug back and thank him and just be with him and say, I want to be with you during the day too. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to some sessions. I'm waiting for a surgery date, so I don't know how long I have to wait to have a session with you, or how long it's good for, because I'm just, you know, I'm on it kind of like.
Let's do it before the surgery.
I don't know when it is. I'm kind of like.
Well, then let's do it soon. Soon.
Well, I mean, yeah.
We'll get into the coordination, Bonnie. And
Yeah.
when you click in, the calendar will be on, and y'all can coordinate there.
Yeah. I always make time for you guys.
It's so nice to meet you in person, both of you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bonnie, for coming
bless
on.
you both. Bye.
Yes, definitely.
Bye.
We are blessed by the presence. The energy is like so like it is on today on the call, right? It's not a new moon.
No, it's not. I'm just sounding like a wolf.
What can you suggest for the acceleration that so many people are feeling right now? And again, the 4 pillars that you mentioned earlier, and again, the safety piece, the first one is I'm feeling that we're all embracing new ways of feeling safe, because even as we're becoming better manifestors, more aware of the present moment, it's also asking us to create in ways that we haven't known before.
Yeah.
And so even part of that is acclimating to new awarenesses of what safety is and what it isn't. And so no matter where we are on the journey, that's still such a vital component of what's anchoring in.
Continually. Yeah, like you're saying, because we're always doing new. Am I safe in this? Am I safe in this? That's why it's got to be divine connection, not just, you know, does, you know, my nervous system feel safe? Only with the divine connection. So what I would suggest, the anchored heart piece is the most important one. So I want each of you to feel something right now. We talked about the blue flame piece, but I don't want it to be that. What are you going to bring into your heart? It's moving. It's love in action. It's a moving sphere. Oh, okay. If you can do it, everybody, do a world, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's planet Earth. It's a spinning globe of gold or silver. Bring it into your heart, or rainbow color. It can be, you know, it could be the world. Just something that is moving and beautiful in your heart. Okay? Imagine it. Anyone can do this. Imagine it. And it's spinning in your heart. Remember, it's in your sacred heart, so it's toward the back. So it's part of your bigger piece, not just your emotional heart. It's bigger than that. Now, the way the heart gets anchored, one of the ways, is to see that spinning ball up at the top of out in the universe. It's like, oh, Look at that, it's a mirror. There's a spinning ball just like it's in my heart out in the universe, spinning with me. It's spinning with me. And then it's creating a field of the spinningness of this beautiful revelation of you, and feel the stream between that and the one in your heart. Okay, and then here's the kicker, so to speak. You're going to bring that down down your body all the way to your feet. So your feet have 2 spinning balls in them. Don't take it to the earth, just have it in your feet and maybe a little bit beneath your feet. So that beautiful energy that's coming in and spinning, spinning, spinning has a place to come in your heart and then down to your feet. And you're receiving it. Receiving is so important to come into the heart. When we listen, you're listening to John or me, you want to listen from your heart and your feet, your whole body, present, taking in, receiving what's being offered. Otherwise, you're just in your head going, that's a cool idea, that's a cool idea, and then you're just still all electrified. Bring it down and go, oh, I receive that. Oh, he just said something. I'm not sure what the words are, but ooh, that feels so good all the way to my feet. And all the way to the highest dimension of me. As one unity, sovereignty of strength in that unified field of me and divine, all divine connection. Cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And let the energy just keep going back and forth. Don't keep it in your feet. Let it go out and go, I want more of that. Whoop, boom. I want more of that. Whoop, boom. Beautiful.
I could really feel the anchoring that you were bringing forward in that,
Yeah.
and how powerful it is right now.
Energy stabilized, somebody said. I just saw the chat thing.
Energy
That's
stable.
cool. It's
Thank
a
you, Farah. Good.
stabilizing. Yes, it's a
Good.
stabilizing. Beautiful
I
word.
did. I felt that strongly also, Farah. Way to tune into that
Yeah.
and bring it through. What do you feel this 1111 gateway is activating, and what's it leading to as we approach the end of the year?
Whole new ways of creating that we've never thought of before. I'm going to go into the, what's the word? Human rights thing. Okay.
Mm.
So if you can't stand politics, then just listen for a minute to the vibration. Okay.
Mm.
So recently there was this whole government shutdown in the United States. Okay. And then there was some stuff that happened, and one group of people said, uncle, or whatever they did. Okay, it doesn't matter how you think about that. But just 2 days, one day after that, I read this article that said they're coming up with new solutions. So it wasn't like, oh, we lost, they win, to fight to the end. It's like, oh, we got to be a warrior for creation and create new solutions. And this was all around 11/11, no accidents. Okay, what looked like, oh crap, right? It was, no, we're coming up with new creative solutions. Even if there's so-called resistance, we're going to do this. And that's what we're coming into. As an example, I could give you examples of other people that I've worked with personally, but it's like, oh, we're having to get more creative about how we bring in light, how we bring in the higher energies, how we bring in our value and our worth. We're not going to stop the fight for creation and light. That's what the fight for is.
Oh, I love that. And just to add to what you're sharing also, because
Yeah.
it's been coming up a lot, is that what we see on the surface isn't the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Not
And
even, yeah.
and so to really even take our consciousness in our own creation, what's on the surface may be stimulating something. But if we pause again, the slowing down and just stillness for a little bit, it really informs because we're also connected into a technology that's coming into us from the divine that is innate through our own wiring that we can pick up through where our soul emanates from what it's wired to receive and
Yes.
interpret and then harmonize in this reality. But to really feel deeper, we have the superficial hits. They
Mm-hmm.
may provoke some type of response that we want to act on right away, and sometimes that's appropriate. But sometimes, again, the new solutions are available if we just take it a little bit deeper into the origin of the roots.
Yeah.
And we find that something beautiful is unfolding there. And sometimes it requires the stimulation of the superficial and the discomfort to get there. Not that it always has to be that way. Susann
Right.
shared, we chose that trajectory as a collective. Um, but
But
also how wonderful to get to know ourselves that much more intimately and to recognize how much more we're capable of than what we have even been led to believe. We
beautifully
have a
said.
depth of intelligence and spirituality and light
Mm-hmm.
that is available to us, and we're being stimulated into finding that because necessity is dictating that we discover who we truly are.
Yeah, yeah. There's a spiritual demand that we have to pay attention
Mhm.
to what's going on in the world. We can't hide away anymore. And also, when you get triggered by something, you could go into what's that about? What's the story? No, no, no. You could go, okay, what
Mhm.
is it that I want here? What is it I value that maybe looks like is not happening out there? Well, what do I value? What do I value? I
Mhm.
want to see what, and how am I going to get into that space in myself and call that value in, whether it's peace or harmony or strength or whatever it is, I get to call on that. That's where sovereignty comes in,
Mhm.
right? If we get triggered, it's like the antidote is what am I going to create from love? And not just, okay, I have compassion and I understand and you're still like this. It's like, no, what do I value I want to create from love?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is so epic. For all of y'all who have the opportunity to dive into the work of Susann, again, the 45 minutes plus the pillars, I cannot recommend it enough. And y'all got a glimpse of how she tunes in and holds and empowers through the journey. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I can't recommend the work enough. Y'all dive into the special offer. The link again's in the chat box. The special offer button's underneath the video where you're watching the call from. If you're on YouTube, the link for the special offer is also in the comments section for you to access there.
Yeah.
Uh, and Susann, you
Love
have
in
final
action.
thoughts? Loving it. Yeah, you
Love in
are. Yeah,
action.
you are. Any final thoughts that you want to share before we end tonight's call?
Ooh, we have said so much. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we have.
Uh, and just give me a moment because it's again that there's this it's sort of like this spin is going around, not a bad spin, a movement until, oh my gosh, it's like those game shows where where is it going to stop? That's so funny. Okay. In the spirit of what we call manifestation, the first step is creation. You can't manifest something unless you're creating it, right? So it's vital for us to stay in the field of creation. When we wake up in the morning, not what am I going to create today, but how am I going to bring in the feeling of inspiration and creation first and foremost, so I can live from that place, because that gives the universe way more. And then you say, and thank you, 100,000 angels that are on my side with me in this. It keeps it very simple. This day is for the creation of either a quality of spirit, or I have to call State Farm Insurance or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's not a to-do list. It's like, I want to create so much magic around this. And thank you, guidance, for being with me. And then at the end of the day, you're going to, we do gratitude for all that happened. What about gratitude for you?
Mm.
What I Some of it is what I created today, but oh my gosh, gratitude. Let's just say that gratitude for what I created in this day with spirit. A hallmark of my fulfillment, my destiny is being fulfilled because I just created with spirit a new pathway. I talked to State Farm in a way that just went like that. That is my destiny, right? To bring divine connection into every avenue of life. And one is in the insurance field, or you don't have to get all heavy. Just, I'm going to just keep bringing in my radiance, like Charity was saying, and I'm not going to be stopped.
Mm. Ah, so beautiful, Susann. You're awesome. My God. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you're welcome. I have such fun doing it with you and
It's
all of
I
you.
Yeah, it's just so
Community,
wonderful every
yay.
time that you're on, and such wisdom always comes through, and activations also. So,
Yeah.
Susann, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
wonderful.
Absolutely. My pleasure, everybody, to be with all of you and an honor to be with all of you.
Mm,
Beautiful, angelic, magical souls that you are. Oh my gosh, you're doing it.
yeah,
We're doing it. Love and
you're
action.
you're doing it, we're doing it, and thank you all also for all of y'all being on the call, watching the replay. And I just want to
Yes,
remind you in your prayers and in your gratitude, um, that in your heart somewhere that you feel and remember just how much you are truly loved. You really are. So my wish is that that ignites a remembrance and peace and safety and action taken, and excitement in your beingness. Thank you for who you
yes.
are. It's wonderful to be here with you, and I look forward to seeing you all on the future calls.